Christian movies. They suck, but let me introduce you to one that still sucks. It's a horror movie, so that's interesting. A Christian horror movie. I had watched it as a teen in youth group way back when. The movie's called M1028, and it's based on this Bible verse. We open to random people putting tapes in a cassette player. Cut to this classroom.
Remember, hell is nothing more than a scare tactic used by organized religion to keep its feeble-minded flock codependent and separated from their money.
I agree with the teacher about this. Next, we have a lot of people introduced, but the only important people are Natalie and her friend, whose name I don't remember, but it's not that important. Natalie can't go to a party because she's grounded, but she's convinced her parents she's going to a church event, so they decide to let her go. But us as the audience know she's going to a party. Ooh, how bad. Then there's this really cringy scene here. And then we have all these creepy scenes of this empty house, and I actually gotta pay a compliment. They're doing pretty well horror-wise. So we go to the party, and all the people are not enjoying themselves, so they decide to leave with this weird dude who keeps getting into arguments with these people about him hitting on their sister. Also, let me say, for the most part, this movie actually has pretty good acting, which is surprising for a Christian movie. Anyway, a guy from the party gets mad at the dude who's driving because he was hitting on his sister, so they force him off the road, and then they take him over to this fence, and they start beating the shit out of him.
God. What do we do? What do we do? Stop it! Leave him alone! Stop!
I'm not sure where to ask you to subscribe, but maybe here? One of the girls can't take it, so she pulls a gun from the glove box and starts firing at them. A firefight ensues, and lots of people get shot.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Help me.
Again, gonna say the acting really surprises me sometimes. It's really pretty good.
You're not gonna die. We're not gonna let that happen. Watch that monitor.
From this point, Natalie goes to hell. Now at this point, things are a little fucked up because it's showing her in hell, and I'm not saying don't show hell in like a horror movie or really any movie. That's fine, you can do that. But it was fucked up because at my youth group, they were showing this as a terror tactic to be like, this is gonna happen to all of you. Everyone here who's not a Christian, just like keep watching this hell scene. This is what's gonna happen to you. And the hell scene's a good like 10 minutes of her just straight up in hell. And I just remember like a lot of kids crying that day just because they were like, oh my god, and they were like, you know, begging for repentance and stuff like that at the youth group. And it was just fucked up. It's fucked up to tell anyone, let alone a kid, that, you know, they're going to hell. Like when you watch like Nightmare on Elm Street, it's a fun movie of a dude killing people. But if you take that and you change that to this is gonna happen to you, there is someone coming to kill you and he's gonna do all of this to you, and you take all these adults telling you this is going to happen to you, that completely changes how the movie feels for you, because now instead of this being a fictional piece of horror, this is now like, oh my god, this is gonna happen to me. And all of these adults not only believe it, but they're straight up just telling you, like, yeah, you're gonna be tortured forever. It's low budget, so a lot of times you can't make out what you're seeing in hell, but that actually kind of makes it creepier, because sometimes when you can make out what you're seeing, it looks a little cheesy. Anyway, Natalie ends up recovering. Her friend is dead, though, forever. And so those tapes we saw at the beginning are Natalie. She recorded how she felt going to hell and just sent that to everybody and was like, you all need God so you don't go to hell. And like, if God is like a really loving guy, I don't understand how there could be a hell, at all. If I was God, and even the most hated person I can think of, if they were in hell, like, I couldn't do that for eternity. There would definitely be a point where I'd be like, yeah, okay, they've definitely had enough. And also, if this God is supposed to be loving you unconditionally, you not following him into whatever he wants you to do, you not giving your life to him, he'll throw you into hell? That doesn't sound like unconditional love. That sounds like there's a very specific condition. Horror-wise, they actually have a lot of really cool horror stuff in it. And I think if this guy dropped the whole Christianity shtick and was just like straight up doing horror, he could do some cool stuff. That's not just me saying that and me saying like, oh, they're weaponizing it. There's a lot of people who not only like this stuff, but like are saying this is like the stuff we need to make. And if you don't believe me, here's a bunch of comments. Also, she went to hell just for going to a party / disobeying her parents, which feels like a pretty extreme punishment for going to a party. Also, her parents aren't like amazing or anything. They're literally fighting all the time. Here's the clip of that.
Ability to face up to the truth of the fact that you have no relationship with your daughter because you never, and I mean never, see yourself as part of the problem. I won't listen to this.
So why wouldn't you want to leave the house when they're acting like that? Why would you trust their judgment when they're acting like that? Anyway, just remember your self-worth is not measured by a deity. Alright, well that is all for today. Subscribe to me or you're going to hell.